In cases we've seen far too often, a Christian Academy teacher is out of a job after being arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting a student. I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime. We're in Shreveport, Louisiana for this case. It's where an English language arts teacher was arrested just last week, and the school where she now previously taught says they're standing by the victim.
What's going on, you guys? AJ Tucker here with AJ Self-Defense. God dang, boy. I thought I just made a video about this exact topic. Female teachers messing around with students. And yes, I did have a few people on my comment thread come in and say, hey, males do this just as often or as more often. And I get that. But the reason why I like to focus on the female teachers, because we all know if a male student around 25, 30, 35 years old does something with a 14 or 15-year-old girl, he's going to get buried. But the problem is when it happens the other way around, there's not as big as a punishment. Now, that stuff is turning around. They are starting to bring on bigger punishments, but it's just something that's more accepted in America. And so I'm going to keep on making these kind of videos. Now, when I do see a story of a male creeper come up, I talk about that story just as well. Okay, so if you see something, please make sure you post that mess on my thread so I can talk about that too. Because it's very important to know that all attackers come in different shapes and sizes. This girl right here, she's a teacher. So you might think like, okay, all this stuff is going on at schools. What should I do? You know what? I'm going to pay a lot of money and I'm going to take my kid to a Christian academy where everybody's good and everybody's Christian and we good. But that's not necessarily the case. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I still think it's a good idea. But also, if you do it, my recommendation is not to let your guard down. Always think about the boundaries. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep looking at your kid's phone. See what pop up, because if something happens, something will pop up on that phone. So this right here is not like somebody jumping out of the bushes and beating your kids over the head or attacking you. This right here is a little bit more sinister. Now, this is the school talking. Dear family, it is with a heavy heart that we inform you of the following information that will be in the hands of the media soon. Our main objective as an institution is to love, protect, and educate children. As mandatory reporters, we immediately contact local authorities when we receive a report of inappropriate behavior and let them investigate. SPD has determined that inappropriate behavior has occurred between a teacher and a student. This high school teacher was hired last summer after a clear background check. We released this teacher immediately and will continue cooperating with authorities and stand by. So the thing is, the school, they got to do what they got to do, man. And yeah, she probably had a clear background check because, hey, if you're a creeper, that doesn't mean that you're committing other crimes. That doesn't mean that you have some crazy record. So she probably did have a clear background check. But another reason why the school had to say stuff like that is because they don't want to get popped for a faulty hiring. If you have knowledge, if you're a school and you have knowledge of somebody and you hire them anyway, then you could be held liable. You see what I'm saying? So, of course, the school has to cover its own ass. And I'm not saying they're doing it in a dark way. They didn't know it. They probably thought they was hiring a good person. And people can put on a real good act. But that goes to show you, man, anytime, anywhere, keep your head on the swivel. That's all I got.